Okay, I'm going to get ready to take this test, and I'm going to do my pre-reading strategies and set up a purpose for reading. So I want to look at the title, From Charlie Joe Jackson's Guide to Extra Credit by Tommy Greenwell. Okay, I know this is an excerpt, so it's only part of a story. I'm also going to look for any pictures. I see there's a lot of dialogue in this, so I'm going to have to keep track of who's talking and know what's up. Now first thing I always do is go through the questions. So we're going to take a look at number 40 here, or this question. Paragraphs 1 through 8 contribute to the plot. So I know this is fiction. It's going to have a exposition, the characters and setting. We're going to have a conflict. We're going to have all the rising action, climax, and the resolution, plus falling action. So I know this is plot. And how does paragraph 1 through 8 contribute to the plot? Okay. Contribute to the plot. Think about the story. How does it help? Think about the conflict. Don't forget conflict. Okay? 41. Read this sentence from paragraph 20. He held out the brochure to me and grinned like an evil wizard. The author uses a simile in this sentence to reveal that Charlie Joe's father. Okay, so we're looking for characterization here. Character traits. Characterization. Character traits. In paragraph 20. So we're going to look at paragraph 20, and we're going to look at he held out a brochure to me and grinned like an evil wizard. We're looking at Charlie Joe's father. So Charlie Joe's father. We want to know what can we reveal about him through paragraph 20 only. Indirect characterization. Indirect characterization. What do we know about him? 42. What do paragraphs 23 and 24 Why do paragraphs 23 and 24 mark a turning point in the story? So that's a climax, turning point. It's going to change. The story is going to change. Something's going to happen. And something is going to happen to cause it to change in paragraphs 23 and 24. So right here, 23 and 24. Why do paragraphs 23 and 24 mark a turning point in the story? How is this a turning point? How is right there going to change things? All right. 43. Based on paragraphs 18 and 19, the reader can conclude that Charlie Joe thinks Mrs. Farrell. So what do we know Charlie Joe thinks of Mrs. Farrell? So depending on what's going on in 18 and 19, what does Charlie Joe think of Miss Farrell? So 18 and 19, Charlie Joe thinks blank of Mrs. Farrell. So what do we know about that? Characterization again. 44. What is the best summary of the story? All right, so we always want someone wanted but so. Always, always, always. And we're going to do that at the end after we read our passage. 45. Which sentence best explains why Charlie Joe's father considers sending Charlie Joe to camp whatever? Which sentence best explains why best explains why Charlie Joe's father considers sending Charlie Joe to camp. So why does his father want to send him to camp? What's the true reason? True reason as to why you would want to send him to camp. 46. So we know this is first person. First person point of view helps the reader understand. So first person, I know that I get a glimpse really inside what that person is thinking. Remember, it's all about them and I. It's all about inside them. 47. What does the conversation between Charlie Joe and his parents, so we're only going to look at Charlie Joe and his parents, their conversation back and forth in paragraphs 26 through 30 suggest? So paragraphs 26 through 30, right here, we want to look at the conversation between Charlie Joe and parents. Charlie Joe and parents conversation. Okay, and what does that suggest about Charlie Joe? What does that suggest about them? What does that suggest about them? Okay, let's look at 48, this one here. Read this sentence from paragraph 22. The train to camp, whatever, was leaving the station, and my mom wasn't about to lie across the tracks to stop it. The author uses figurative language in this sentence to show that. So there's figurative language in here. I've got to figure out what the figurative language is. You know, is it a simile? Is it a metaphor? Is it a hyperbole? What is it? And then why are they using that figurative language? What does it really show me about the character and what they want to do? Okay, so I have looked over all my questions, gone through my passage, and now I am ready. But first, I think I know Charlie Joe Jackson's Guide to Extra Credit. Well, from looking at these, I know we're going to have Charlie Joe's father. So we're going to have a boy and father, and I think possibly the mother too. Well, yeah. Was it the mother and the grandfather? Father, mother, and camp. Why would I send him to camp? Maybe he does something and the father and mother decide he needs to go to camp, or they're thinking about he needs to go to camp because of something he did. So I'm setting myself up, and now I am ready to read the passage.